What's Juneteenth? What's up, brother? Yo, as you can see, getting one going, getting one going. Oh yeah, garage talk. I'll start a little series. All my matter. What's up, my favorite moderator in the world? Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Blessings and greetings to everyone. One of my favorite people in the world, right there. Joe, what's up, Joe? We out here bumping on Cubans in the drought. Shout out to one of my army buddies, friend, brother, compadre, one of my best friends. Just came back from the island of Cuba, and he come back with those Cuban rounds, taste of Havana, if you will. Kicking it with Killer. What's up, baby? Out here in the garage, not trying to put no extra undue smoke, but I had to come out here and see what this Cuban was looking like. Yeah, I just thought I had to come see what that was hitting like. It's a couple more variety, can't hand roll everything perfecto. It's lovely. But round tip and I ain't plugged in on no sponsorship or nothing, but I would like to shout out good people that make good stuff. Spring Street Cigar, they made one of the best lighters because it had the built-in cutter. Cause I like the hole. I like to make a hole. So perfect hole every time. Really, connoisseur with that thing. Not my first rodeo. While I was dealing with the Black and Miles, I had that. I got a humidor and all that already. But that ain't what the video about. How y'all doing? Invite all of y'all that new to the channel to like, comment, subscribe. Feel free to do whatever you want to do in the comment section. Like that's the bad part of this channel. In a lot of cases, where you see stuff going on, especially the live, is the comment section. They be going crazy. They be have a lot of really good information. But I said I'm gonna come up with a little bare bones, little series, or just hey, come out the garage, enjoy me a fine cigar, field some questions, do some Q&A, kick it with y'all, show my appreciation for y'all support, and just really just hang with y'all for a little while. You know how we do it. You go tap in with Big Brothers of the Pre-Grand Show. He got a cigar shop in Jackson. Okay, okay. Oh, absolutely. Okay, absolutely, absolutely. What's up, Neil? What's up, brother? Nothing in here, and we're gonna do a little talking in this evening, and not too long. A little garage talk. Come out here, bump a cigar too, and talk about what's been going on lately. So, in the comments, you know what I'm saying, I want y'all to just feel free to put whatever y'all want to put in there. Everything you might want to hear about, some stuff that been going on. You might got questions about. Some people might just want to know what the hell going on out here, man. Has it been going the same way over here as it been going over there, over here, over there? Because I know one thing: the level of difficulty is at an all-time high, and the level of ingenuity, I'll say this, ingenuity that some have come up with to make money in this time, and with money being as tight as it is in trucking right now, is really amazing. Uh, yeah. All right. So that was pretty quick little blackout. But like I say, we finna go in here. We finna 1400 Lynn Street. Okay, okay. That's around from one of my favorite places in Jackson. That's right around the corner from the Grand Line, Mr. Juneteenth. I'm gonna have to more definitely look into that right there, man. I'm gonna tell you, up until really a few months ago, and when I just really started exploring being around like being around. I like that highway. I come to realize that about myself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folk running from the highway. I love that goddamn highway and what come with it. Cause I told y'all two things I always like to reiterate with people when it comes down to this right here. When you talk about truck, when you talk about life in general, you got two things you're trying to do in this trucking game, and that maintain a profit, maintain control. And that one of the things that having your own equipment, keeping a low overhead, trying to build assets instead of liabilities, and make variable costs turn into fixed costs in the form of acquiring equipment, actually paying off stuff, actually having ownership of stuff, the way you actually see the value. Yeah, kicking it with killer. It ain't nothing like being able to come outside and physically and mentally say to yourself that, hey, I'm going to shoot for this certain number. I don't give a damn what the market says. I'm going to make it happen the way it needs to happen. And I'm in full control of it. Even if I have to drive an extra 500 miles a week, I'm going to make it happen. Because I've told a lot of people this over the course of time, and not everybody seeing what I've been saying has been the truth. It's the God honest truth that don't nothing fix these problems in the industry like miles. A lot of people didn't understand, still don't understand it. They ain't gonna understand it, but not understanding that part of the equation is gonna have a lot of people out of business while they looking for that real pot at the end of the rainbow golden load. Seven Seas Transport. Man, we talking about getting in here. What we got going on tonight is garage talk. Appreciate having you, man. Get some shout outs. Y'all throw comment in here. Let me know y'all in here. I'm gonna shout y'all out too, man, because always good. Mr. Juneteenth, Big Country. What's up, brother? What's going on? Big Bad Bo, Carter. What's up, my dog? All my amount of ass. Always, bro. Mr. Jones said I found a call line. Yeah, it be hard sometimes. Look at him pimping this cigar. What up, man? Hey, man, Donnie, man, chilling, man. Just enjoying the puff, man. We do not smoke any tobacco products anymore. We puff a cigar every now and then, and this had made the journey from Cuba, and it's finally aged, and I just had to see what they were talking about. I feel Cat got a nice humidor full of them, and I think every once in a while I might come out here, kick a little shit with y'all, talk about a few issues going on in trucking, what we could do to try and help ourselves, maybe some services I might offer, you know what I'm saying? And we have a better life, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause shit hard right now. Hey, anybody put a one in the comment if you know anything about trucking right now, you know shit ain't easy. It ain't easy right now. Ain't easy, but it's doable. It's doable. It's most definitely doable. Yes, sir. It ain't easy. All my matter. Kicking it. That's Juneteenth. Well, yeah, big country might well testify. Glory, hallelujah. Because one thing we all come to find out that, like I always say, it's the little thing that mean the most. And the stuff that you can fix, the stuff that you can work on, and what we probably gonna start this conversation on tonight is understanding it ain't what you make, it's what you keep. And this becomes vitally important in the climate that we have now, in the market that we have right now. I say this, it ain't matter what area of trucking you in right now, it's tight. And the key to moving around right now is understanding what everything is truly worth, not what they say is worth. What your truck is truly worth, not what they say is worth, and what your time is truly worth, not what they say is worth. Now, this garage talk. So if we're in the garage kicking it, y'all in the garage with me under the premise that We finna have a conversation that all of us know what's going on. So let me give you a little premise about what I'm talking about and what's going on. If you're not aware of what's going on, let me enlighten you right quick. Okay. If you wasn't in trucking 2018, 2017, this is one of those moments where everybody starts to look around at each other and starts to wonder. And they're not wondering where all the money went. They not wondering who keeping the money. They not wondering how high gas or fuel is gonna get. Guess what they wonder? They wondering something a little bit more intense than that. They're wondering how in the hell are people actually doing the shit that we see on the load board and other spot market applications, and and the amount of leeway that the broker is giving, not just what we see, but what we can call and quantify on a phone call that the brokers will and won't do right now. How are people actually making a living right now? Somebody might want to share their life. We feel get in depth about some shit. How people actually making a living right now that got some contract freight, ain't got no contract freight, off the spot market, on the spot market. How in the hell at the most base level of economics, how are people still making money in this climate? And I ain't talking about no little bit of money. I ain't talking about no 5%, that 8%, 10% profit. I'm talking about actually still make a profit. How is that possible? Put y'all up on some game. Y'all might want to share this. Get out here, click on something, and say, "Hey, man, y'all might want to come check this out." And this gonna help you out for your future. Some of y'all might be able to implement a couple of these things I'm finna tell you. It's just one. I'm say one thing. I'm just gonna do one thing. We gonna start a series. I'll talk about this one little thing that you could do to help you take more money to the house. And people gonna be like, "What?" Okay. All right. So without further ado, this one of the ways that people are staying in business, even though you be like, "How in the hell are they running that stuff? Or how the hell they park their truck like that? How the hell, how the hell, how the hell, how the hell?" Okay. Well, a lot of this comes from doing good business in the past. Because good business begets good business. A lot of times you see people that go out of business for different reasons. It don't always be because the money was upside down. Sometimes people just don't want to do the shit no more and they just fold. Sometimes people just, hang up the hat because the bills are so high and it don't look like they're gonna profit what they should profit. So they don't feel like it worth it. They just put themselves out of business. But one of the ways that people are actually staying in business right now is pretty elementary when you think about it. If anybody knows about commercial trucking, uh, you know, insurance is one of your largest fixed costs. One of your largest fixed costs that you have is the insurance that you're going to be paying. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is understand that insurance is basically just like a lease to an apartment. So, upon your driving record and your credit being satisfactory, you'll be, given a rate on insurance for a year worth of coverage, which is actually going to be about 10 payments most of the time. Well, by you only paying 10 payments in 12 months in a year, you got a 1 year policy. You're like, oh, I get something for free. No, you don't, because they got a down payment, just like a lease, just like any other lease. Like you getting an apartment, you have to get them what they was considered, I guess, first and last. So you would get them there. All right. So the following month you start, your premiums will start, and you'll go ahead and pay all the other 10 notes, knowing that you already gave them two in advance. And on the back end, right at the last 2 months, they'll say, hey man, you don't have to pay anything because you gave me this lump sum to go ahead and pay for that up front. This will give you a little breathing room to get another down payment because FYI, commercial insurance does not roll over like regular car insurance. You have to pay that down payment, be reevaluated again on the same policy the next following year. So, okay, with that being said, a good way to take more money home and alleviate the stress that comes along with a lot of stuff. And you'll wonder why people that don't seem to make as much money as some people, or don't seem to have the amount of truck as some people, get to park their truck and sit at home and do whatever they want to do, at least on the insurance aspect of the deal, is because in a lot of cases, on your insurance policy, if you'll look at it, you'll note that the amount that you're paying is based upon paying installments. You also note that those 10 months broken down in the installment adds up to be more money than the actual cash value of the actual policy. So then when you look at the policy, you'll notice that there's another amount over there that if you paid it off today, you would save all of this interest because it's almost a lot. It's a lot. You'll save all this interest and installment payment type of fees that go along with that, and the time incurred over here. Just give us this money right here. Now, if you think about it, the amount of money that you save minus all the other discounts that you probably could incur up on that policy, if you got a good agent that can stack up your discounts, you know what I'm saying? You could then take that piece of paper to the bank that you deal with as a business and say, hey, I'd like to really knock this out. And then and pay y'all on a monthly, or pay y'all as my loads come in, and you give me a day when I need to start paying this and that and the other. But I need that paid right there. And what happens is first of all, you save a lot of money because you get the pay now price instead of the installment price. And the money that you save is still more than what the bank is going to charge you to loan you the money. And you can look at that as an installment or all at once type of payment. When you get that first big load, you can knock a chunk out of it, knock another chunk out of it, and maybe 2 to 3 months your insurance is already paid. That's paid. But the bank will be satisfied and they'll be ready to do it again for you next year when you add more trucks and they see what you're doing, and that's a business strategy you use, and it ends up being debt. It ends up being debt, which turns a circle and makes a write off. And you ain't just get all your money to the insurance company. You build some credit on your business. That involve more than just you and whatever the company may be. But with that being said, once that money is wired across there, your insurance company is satisfied for the year. And if you need to sit the truck down, or it stays parked over in the yard for like 14 months and no one drives it, they ain't ready to drive it, hey, it's still sitting there. It could burn up today, I'm gonna get paid. But see, a lot of stuff can't be quantified in a spreadsheet. A lot of stuff can't be told to you by people that ain't never owned none. This stuff about assets. This stuff about owning something. At the end of the day, you need to own something. A lot of folks tell you you don't need to own none of this stuff. The best thing you can do is get all the money you can get off trucking and never own a truck. Just lease them, and whatever they want is cool, long as you make it's shit $100 per truck per week. Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check. Mic check 1 2 3. What did audio at? We back. We back. All right, we back. Okay, okay. All right, man. I had a phone call come in. Somebody I holler at sometime. They ain't know I was on live. One of my homeboy. What's up, bro? Okay, Mr. Juneteenth. Any suggestion for a new authority? Anybody? Cost, cost efficient. What was y'all paying, or who had the best rate? Somebody, but I with a new authority. I'm about to jump out the port real soon. Let me see. What you talking about, Mr. Juneteenth? Somebody with a new authority. Blase, blase. I gotta figure out how to and man, I get my wife to work on it tomorrow, y'all. I gotta make that list and that little tutorial part on it, a little way y'all can buy that in PDF form because yeah, they gonna help a lot of folk with their first 90 days, man. Just have some people where you can avoid a lot of them hey man, I ain't gonna even lie, bro. What's your setup gonna be, Juneteenth? Juneteenth want to know where he can get some reasonable insurance that you got for a new authority. I got some ideas on stuff, but I need to know what's your setup you gonna be running, Mr. Juneteenth. We just slid off up into some Q&A, on garage talk, cigar puff and knife. Mm-hmm. Cigar puff and knives up in here. All right, audio back, audio back, audio back, audio back. One comment. All right. William, hey man, I'll be looking forward to it, man. If anybody needs a 1 hour consultation, the cash app is $JBUTLER 357. Um Shit, Monday through Sunday, man. We doing it whatever we can. And like I said, as usual, line it's kind of clear right now, to be honest with you, man. I've been chilling over the holidays. Everybody been kind of chilling, getting their mind relaxed off this stuff, but we gotta get our mind locked back in on what's going on and get this little criminal rush on out the way because there's plenty of money to be made. Are you willing to do what it take to make it is the question. And like I said, Mr. Juneteenth, uh affordable insurance um for a new authority, man. To be honest with you, is kind of an oxymoron. Let me see. Yeah, happy belated Thanksgiving to everybody, man. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. '07 Central Class 2018. That '07 Central Class, ELD'd up, camera'd up, Mr. Juneteenth. That's gonna help if you can get the dash cam at least. Um, see dash cam, shit, verified governor. Um, you're doing step deck, so you're gonna have to list your commodities on your insurance. So you're gonna tell them probably about the steel that you're gonna be carrying. You're gonna tell them a little bit about the building materials that you're gonna be carrying. But just know that these commodities in your cargo part of your insurance will cost a little bit more. And the fact that you're running a '07 Century is gonna cost you a little bit more money than a brand new truck would in consideration. But on the other hand, if the '07 Century is or isn't paid off, the price of a '07 Century leads it to be paid off pretty fast. So that would actually turn into an asset if something did happen to it. You would have the replacement value of that truck, which would be used as a partial down payment and possibly a windfall towards another situation. if something happened to us. So that's a pro right there in the fact that your insurance probably costs a little bit more, but if the unthinkable happens, you know you're gonna get majority of that check, whatever your agreed value. And also, do not skimp on the coverage when they talk about physical damage that's got something to do with comp and collision, bodily injuries, all that. I'm crashing out on everything, big brother. Petty green light. Who am I? From who I'm buying trailer from. Okay, that what's up, bro. But like I said, what you want to do is make sure that you always get physical damage coverage on that semi and that trailer, unowned or owned. But make sure you get physical damage. They will actually let you get agreed value coverage of what you say you want for the truck if it's a total loss, and you can pay accordingly. They will charge you. Uh, but yeah, low overhead. But you do not want to skimp on the insurance. You might have to pay a little bit more for the insurance, but look at that as all hell break loose type of investment. That's some shit hit the fan. My boy Willie Vine, 22 Ram, 3500, 22 Gator made, 40-foot straight deck, 25.89 a month, and that for the truck and the trailer. William Vine. Let's see. What's up, Tim? Man, them notifications do be coming late, y'all. If y'all in here, man, get out, share the video, throw me up a thumbs up in there. You don't cost you nothing. Like the channel, subscribe. William Vine said hey, he sound almost like Tenor, but with a Dodge. Check this out, Tenor. He got that 22 round. He brand new, 3500. 22 Gator made, 40-foot, straight deck, $2,589 a month. Uh, hey, William Vine, how long you got to pay on that trailer? How long you got to pay on that trailer? William Vine said trailer paid for in cash. Shit, William Vine, you pulled that move like we must have talked on the phone before. Talked to me on the phone before, Willie Vine. That's a good move right there. Hey man, 28. See. Holy crap. Hey, William so serious. William put an MC in on above there, y'all. This shit serious, William. Yeah, you supposed to be. Yeah, don't put that up though. Ain't nothing nobody can do with it. That what tripped me out about a whole lot of YouTubers. Let me just put a caveat on this right here. Drop a pin right here for all your idols and stuff like that. This why you don't meet your heroes in a lot of cases. It would be hard pressed for you to actually find people that actually started from the beginning working for themselves. This shit tough. Shit hard. A lot of people you gonna see, which ain't nothing wrong with it, start out working for somebody else and realize that the people they work for may or may not have had their best interests at heart and transition into working for themselves. That's a good aha moment. That's a great come to Jesus moment. That's good. But one thing about it, the transition that and this, between that and this, is so key that the way you pivot between that and this is something I have yet to see be done at the level to where you don't bring habits from that to this. That's why I'm glad I came out here on some man, you just gotta make it. If you don't make it, you're gonna lose your house. You gotta figure this shit out. And this shit ain't gonna work out unless you figure it out. Ain't nobody to call. Ain't nobody to call. And that's why, like I said, I feel like in a position that most people could never say they was in. I put myself on purpose in a position that most people wouldn't feel comfortable putting themselves in. And we gotta believe, you gotta remember that now. I ain't borrowing no money to do this either. I ain't quit no job and pull no 401k out of nowhere either. It's a quarter ounce in a dream. So when you start seeing stuff, you gotta know what you're looking at, and you gotta be able to see through some stuff because get what? A lot of people journey the way they show you how, what I'm saying, now that they on some guru type stuff or they your hero or whatever, I mean that's cool. But y'all was at one time on videos learning to fucking gather. They just say stick it in video form where you can come back and watch it. You ain't think to do it, but they did. And now you come back and watch the progression and it looks really good. But you gotta understand, y'all were learning together. I ain't come out here and learn nothing with y'all. I showed y'all some stuff. Because I didn't even bring it until I was confident enough that the public would be safe to view this stuff for the severity of what it is. And I put out content. So I got 600 videos and most of them live. There's a difference between me and them. And it ain't just no subscriber count. It's a difference between me and them. And I never call no name. I like people to be observant. Because when you learn to see stuff for what it is, that when you know you can really just come out here and navigate all this shit by yourself. My ability to see stuff coming is the reason that I'm still talking shit. In the midst of hard time, I still talk shit because this ain't hard as it gonna get. This ain't hard as it gonna get. And I love to see people that feel like this hard as it gonna get. What I want people to understand is how hard can you get? Can you go back to the basis of understanding that this is a service engine? You got to provide the service and figure out how to make it make sense. You order the product off Amazon, it come to your house. They charge you a certain amount. Your job ain't to make it make sense. Your job is to spend the money. When it come down to this right here, we vice versa. We provide the service. Them folk want that shit moved from A to B. They get a broker to do it. They get a broker to have the load out there. They put it on the board and get what our job is. Make it make sense. And when it don't, stop doing the shit. See, they talk a lot of shit. My trailer empty. My trailer be full in the morning. When I get this pipe, I'm headed to Colorado. 'Cause I know how to get some money. I'm headed to Colorado. You know I love Colorado. But at the same time, I know how to get some money. So I'm headed to Colorado in the midst of what's going on. But I did head home for Thanksgiving. I've been home 2, 3, 4 days. Get what? I did head home. Cause get what? When it comes to this industry, I know this shit based up on a whole lot of people feeling. And now we got more assholes than ever. Like you used to think that brokers and stuff was ruthless. Now they just assholes. They ain't ruthless. They ain't in the know. They just doing shit because they can and because people let them. You know what I'm saying? I just spoke up on a load probably like an hour and a half ago on the phone. I emailed about it. The broker called me back. It's going clean across country, back out of Colorado, and they want you to do that. I think it's like 1,500 miles, maybe 1,600 miles for like 3 grand. You know, that ain't how I rock. But being reasonably minded, you know what I'm saying? I do my calculations, $ JBUTLER 357, for the price and model that we do and everything. I do my pricing. I said, man, I need 4,300 for to do that, you know. And he counters with 3,300, and I counted with 3,750, and we so far apart. We so far apart, and I feel like me coming down any lower would be absolutely ridiculous. I chose to respectfully decline, and he chose to tell me that he deal with a whole lot of trucks every day, and his sale pitch was take it or leave it. And hey, I chose to leave it. I would choose to leave it, and it's all good. They got slightly disrespectful. It's all good. But one thing about it, I do know this: when the shit flipped the other way, which it will, and it ain't gonna be cause everybody gets in their mind that we're not gonna take it anymore, and we're just gonna do this, and we're gonna boycott the brokers, and everybody get on board, and we all take a high price freight, and we gonna turn this thing around. Nope, nope, that ain't how it gonna change. I'm gonna tell y'all how it changed. Same way it changed last time, and the time before that, and the time before that, and the time before that. The people that continue to do it gonna bury themselves farther in debt to where they can't sustain no more. Like this shit real. Like it's a real serious going out of business type of issue going on right now with a lot of companies. I face some of the follies of the market. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we still pushing. But it's serious. Like a different kind of serious out here right now. So a whole lot of stuff that doesn't make sense, and people keep doing stuff that doesn't make sense. Get what? It's gonna run them out of bed. They're gonna be out of your way. And when you're able to leverage your credit, leverage the bank, leverage your assets, your insurance. Yeah, same thing happened late 17, 18. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I tell people like this 18-month swing is just COVID made the swing dip a little harder because they put a whole lot of more influx. It's a yin and a yang to everything. You know, I remember when markets were crazy, what we consider crazy, how people get 450, 485, 425 on a common regular basis back in shit the late 18, early 19. Fuel was cheap and yada yada yada. And as a result, when it dipped hard into the threes and the high twos and the low threes, and people were about to panic, and fuel was creeping up a little bit. And now, you know what I'm saying, they influx a fucking $1 trillion into this shit. Uh, for this COVID and all this stuff and this stimulus and this and that and other. They stick $1 trillion and throw the market way up there. So when it rebounds and comes back, it comes back really, really hard. And the swing dip effect comes in and we get it back in blood. Basically, we get it back in a little no time in the form of a whole lot of casualties, cheap ass trucks, cheap ass equipment, and people that gonna need a job. A lot of people gonna need a job. They done trashed this bitch. I'm talking about this motherfucker have been officially trashed. They have trashed this motherfucker. But get what? Make money possible. But you can't be on no bullshit out here. You gotta listen to me good. This one of them things where I ain't gonna be able to tell you but one way, and it's the direct way, and it's the best way I know how to tell you. You can't be out here on no fuck shit. You gotta keep your log books right. You have to keep your truck right. You gotta keep your motherfucking time tight. Your tack times at the shippers and receivers gonna have to be right. If you got 11 hours to drive and it take 9.5 hours to get there, ain't no fucking reason you ain't supposed to make it there today. You might not make it there before they close, but you need to be sitting where they at. When it's time to be sitting there, this ain't for nobody that gonna be bullshit. I got some catching up to do my damn self. I got some folks I got to pay. Shout out everybody shit. Don't my mama shit. I shout out everybody. I got some folks I got to pay. I got some stuff I got to do and some stuff that got to happen. But get what? The miles fix all these problems. If you get time and enough fuel to run the mile, it'll seem even not at a good rate. Just be consistent to hit your number and know your numbers in order to make a profit. You can still run stuff that pretty much don't make sense, and I don't advocate nobody do that. I advocate you to make it make sense. If you got to put a couple of partials together, you have to wait it out for a day and then put one partial with another partial and get yourself some leeway on some time. Do that. But I don't advise people to be out here running no $1.50 a mile, not on no big rig, and running no 60, 70, 80 cent a mile on no high shot. I don't advise that, y'all. Like that will cause you to be one of the casualties I'm talking about. You can't sustain. I don't give a damn if your shit is paid for. You owe yourself. We ain't out here to just kill time or waste time. We ain't got that to waste. So like you can't do that. So some of the ways I know for a fact, hot shot guy, auxiliary tank, auxiliary tank, auxiliary tank, auxiliary tank. If I can't, if I can't, if I can't emphasize the number one modification you need to help you be at work, the amount of time you need to be at work to make the money that it takes to maintain and continue to be able to come to work, the auxiliary tank. If you don't have the auxiliary tank, you playing game with yourself. You playing game with yourself. I did a video. I ain't finna go back and find it. I ain't finna share no links or nothing. I'm tell you just like this. That auxiliary fuel tank and the ability to go all day, at least one whole day, and fill up at night when no one's around, when there's no pressure on the clock, you're about to go to sleep. That right there, over the course of a month, will usually give you around 40 hours of extra time that you're not sitting in the fuel island, waiting on the guy in front of you to get out of the shower so you can get some fuel. Meanwhile, the world passing you by, and you're going to be late to pick up that load. And when you get there, they're going to be done loading trucks for the day. So you'll have to sit there overnight just because you don't have a tank. So on the hot shot side, number one, number one, auxiliary tank, and please get the kit. It's cheap. Get the kit where it flows down, gravity feeds into the tank. It's worth every dime. And most of the time, if you can find some really cheap fuel and you got some really good routing, some route management skills, and some fuel map planning and stuff like that, a lot of times you can make a round trip, depending on how far out you're going to go, and hit all the great fuel stops, miss over all the high price fuel stops, and be back where you were around cheap fuel. If you know the neighboring state has high fuel and the state beyond that has cheaper fuel, well, instead of riding 3 hours and stopping and being forced to buy that expensive fuel, you can fill up. And for the non-CDL guys, this is really, really big because y'all pay fuel tax at the pump. Y'all don't pay no IFTA. Y'all ain't keeping up with no miles. Y'all, none of that stuff. So it's to the point where when you fill up, you can ride to Cali and you don't owe them other states no money or nothing like that in a non-CDL capacity. It's called a win. You gotta take them win. Mud flap, mud flap, mud flap. Check the video descriptions on my other videos. Click on the Mud Flap app. Enjoy the savings. All I can tell you. Mud Flap app. Attach your cashback card as a payment method and reap the rewards on your cashback credit card and save money at the pump and save money with the app at the same time. It's a triple trifecta win. Mud Flap. Bam. Shout out Mud Flap for the cameo. Eh? Also, if you be in need of a factoring company for your trucking journey, get cash now. I'm talking about 24 hours. Now, 24 minutes. You can have your money in 20 minutes on your car. You be at the truck stop, count that paper. Y'all seen many videos when I was in the hot shot and everything. I was just starting out. I really needed the cash flow because it's a quarter ounce and dream, little red wagon type situation. I needed my money when I needed my money. And I ain't never had a problem out of. I picked up thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars at the truck stop over the years. For real though, my folk had to call tell me, man, you need to stop doing that. You might want to stop going around and picking up all that money. But at the same time, I'm picking up money, sending my owner operator money, Western Union, getting them paid, handling all that office type stuff through cash and all that different stuff like that, through the truck stop, through the Walmart, through the Western Unions and stuff like that. And I was able to do it because of tabs, Trans and Financial. Check the link in the description on the videos, click that, and I get a couple dollars out of it. I appreciate you, but get what? They always held me down, and a lot of people talk about percentage. Yeah, they percentages ain't the cheapest, but their system is the most robust. Their system had the best credit check, and get what? They ain't on no flim flam shit. If you don't make a certain amount of money, they don't treat you no different than the person that make a lot of money. Hold up, wait a minute. They're the first factory company I've seen that you can get your money in 20 minutes. It don't matter if I'm a big I or a little bit of you. Can you say that about your factory company? They keep these percentages, and when you clear this certain amount of money you make in a month, they'll treat you like the rest of the people and do what the contract actually say. Nah, these folks do what the contract actually say. Ain't never had no problem out of them. And get what? System super robust. I can see every single load I ever did since 2018. I can go back and pinpoint it, what it paid, where it paid, who I ran it for, and it got the original paperwork still saved. All this on their system. Accounted for what? Why I need one? I got the money going out on all the card apps and stuff like that, and I got the money coming in on the what you call it. That's the out and that's the in. What the hell I gotta do? Add, subtract, multiply, divide, save 1,200, $1,300 a year on the account, pretty much. And it's verifiable, cause ain't shit I made up. Every time I post something, ain't nothing I made up. 'Cause I ain't got that shit. No, no. Every one for them, I don't know where I'd be on a lot of that shit, 'cause I wouldn't know. But every single dime they got made ran right through there. I can go look at it right now. No problem. Y'all gonna have to blow the building up to fuck me up. Y'all have to blow the whole skyscraper up, server, and the cloud, and some more shit to fuck this up. They call that bag up. They call that having a plan B. Actually have it somewhere where this stuff is stored off site to where you can go and see this stuff again. That's why I always say iPhones and Android with cloud technology. I always take a picture of everything, back this shit up. That how burn down today. I need all the paper that the FLCSA said I'm supposed to keep for all these years, need BOLs and stuff. I need to be able to recreate them if I have to. And they burn up every now. I mean, you can say what you want to say. They probably take the word for it. They got fire reports say all that shit was lost in the fire, and they'll just be through with it. But I still want my shit. Ever use Thunder funding? No, but I've heard of Thunder funding. I haven't used them, man. But like I said, um, it's a lot of them out there, and some are recourse, some are non-recourse, and a lot of people, well, they TAS is recourse, but yeah. And no other guy non-recourse, but yeah. But them guys that non-recourse, a lot of times you can't get all your money at one time. They hold a percentage of it because it's a chance. It's a chance. Only way I had to deal with something out of recourse is if somebody that failed to pay for 121 days and we wasn't able to catch up with them and resolve nothing in 121 days, even after thorough credit check, tons of communication, the help of tab communicate and all that. That's somebody that wasn't gonna pay no way. Shit. And believe me, just cause they say non-recourse, all them percentages and stuff they been keeping, they gonna start going in their pocket. Them folks not finna lose for you just cause somebody don't pay. They ain't not gonna lose. What they gonna do is put a lien on your account. That was gonna happen. And you think it ain't, nah, it's not recourse. It just changed the status of your account. Your percentage change based upon the payee amount that you can't control. See, that's what they ain't gonna tell you. I, And I ain't saying Thunder, I ain't saying nobody in particular. I'm just saying that is a way they use to mask the fact that they're gonna get their fucking money back. The folks not finna lose no money just to make your trucking company work. Just know that they don't love you. Folks are not your friend. That's no cap. Ladies and gentlemen, we in here for garage talk. If you're new to the live, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, leave a thumbs up, join the community. Hey man. And like I said, we finna post a little bit more frequently on these lives. I'm be out in about. Is Triumph okay? Had heard nothing good but good things about Triumph, man. Like I said, I encourage people, if you want to help out and you go on a good ass factory company with an A1 type app, a very robust system, instant credit check and all that type of stuff right there, click my link in one of these video descriptions that say tabs. Yep, most definitely. Rate forecast. Now the rate forecast, you're gonna be looking at that on a lot of different load board apps. Doc Frankenstein, your rate forecast and different things like that. They offer that on a lot of different load board apps. And yeah, some of those like let's just say tabs, RTS, OTR, them people got apps. That shit kind of rolls into a load board of their own. You know what I'm saying? And they may have something in there to that effect. I know DAT and Truckstop and a lot of more companies beyond and some more people that do load boards. They have forecast rate things like that, and it's a loose gauge. I hate to use it. I really feel like one of the biggest misconceptions in trucking. and about this service industry that we in is that we should let other people make the bill and just give us what they think we should have or as much as we could talk up on. And I don't really feel like that's the best way to do this. And the way to do this is not like that. That ain't how they go. Uh, I'm a firm believer that if you call an electrician, you call a plumber, they pull up, they bought all their stuff, they brought all their stuff, they doing the work, they went to school for it, they do whatever they gotta do, they pay the insurance, the bill. You want a bonded licensed plumber, well here he is. And when he hand you the bill, it's up to you to go ahead and pay that bill. Well, with this shit right here, you go through all the process, go through all the sacrifice, buy the equipment, insurance, all this stuff. You're licensed to do it. You got authority to move around in the 50 states and da 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 and so on and so forth. And then when you get through spending all that money, which is basically a house they want you to pay off in 5 years, somebody else tell you how much they gonna give you for the job you finna do. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. That's like this the only thing that I know, the only kind of work that really does that, where you truly work for yourself. Like everything else, they do that because you don't truly work for yourself. A rate is set, you know what I'm saying, based up on the market or what they feel like is right, and then y'all roll with it. But this the only thing that do that. I need that audio for the broker. Man, shit. It's the only thing that do that. So, with that being said, I just feel like that's one big part of trucking that I think is gone from the past, and the fact that you have to negotiate bullshit. Like, for somebody to insinuate that you should be pulling a 48,000 pound load across country for $1.85, $2 a mile. For someone to insinuate that your dry van should be driving across country for $1.65 a mile right now with 38 to 40,000 pounds, 44,000 pounds of water in the box back there. That shit is preposterous. So somebody tell you, hey man, you go pull this heavy haul on a double drop or IGN right now. I give you $3.50 a mile to drive from California to Florida, and you need permits all the way, and we'll do that for $3.50 a mile, and you buy the permits and you drive it over there and all that right there. This happens every 18 months, but it was compounded by the extra trillion fucking dollars that went into this economy for no good reason. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say no good reason. I'm gonna take that back. That's a little harsh. It was a reason. It was a damn good reason for to put all that money in the economy. But I'm just gonna say a lot of people took advantage of it, came out here, and a lot of people that were selling equipment took advantage of the fact that the people that had money had very little knowledge about trucking and what the reality of what all is going on right now has become. Because as of right now, you have a lot of people that have deemed it unfeasible or not feasible to continue to pay $4 or $5,000 a month for a truck and $2,500, $3,000 a month for a trailer. Yeah, it was a real get rich quick scheme, and people didn't already know. People didn't understand, and people don't understand that the goal of this is to get money. And you can offshoot that into, okay, I'm gonna get generational real. I'm gonna provide a better way for my kids. I'm gonna leave a company. I'm gonna leave a legacy. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make $1 million. You can do all that. You can qualify that. You can make that sound good just like that. But the objective of all this is to get some money, right? To get some money. Tell me why. Listen to me good. Tell me why. If it was COVID and I ain't have no trucking company, and I was able to get all this money to start a business. Some folk got $250,000, some folk got 100,000, some folk got 500,000, some folk got 5 million, some folk got 2 million, some folk got 3 million, some folk got enough money to go buy 10 trucks and trailer straight out from the door at the elevated price. Some people had that type of financing available. Tell me why. You gotta be missing the bigger picture of what you're trying to do, chasing, you know what I'm saying, Jason, if you will, and missing the forest because you're looking at the tree. If somebody give you a 500,000, a million, 5 million, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, and say, here, get that money, do whatever you want to do with it. Why would you, well, I ain't gonna say why because niggas was tricked into doing this, but why would you put $500,000 in the more volatile shit it is to put your money into? If you really understand money, you try and get some money. This shit is an avenue. Getting in the truck, starting a company, because you gotta understand. I'm gonna let y'all in on one of the biggest secrets that I can tell you. And that's why I do the classes. That's why I do the shadow and this shit I don't say on the video. This shit that you got to know for dealing with certain caliber, a certain level of people in your life. You gotta surround yourself with some good people sometimes, and you can go a little bit far. This is a stepping stone. How non-CDL high shot was a stepping stone to go to, like some people go to a CDL high shot, some people go from CDL high shot to a big rig to flat to step to heavy haul to yada. All that stuff was a leeway and a leeway and a leeway. This is a stepping stone, people. I want you to understand that the amount of companies that even make it to the point to get as big as the Swifts and the Snyders and all that there have been bought and sold so many times, that ain't them folk company. That ain't the same company that they started out being. Them companies are owned by holding companies and people like that. You feel me? This is a stepping stone to do something else. So if somebody gave me in 2020 $500,000 and told me to go do something, unless I've been watching YouTube and people told me that I could come out here and make $10,000 a week, regardless of what happens, and you always be straight, and you can do clown ass shit every week, and this stuff gonna still be all right, and everything's gonna be okay. If it wasn't for that, ain't no fucking way. If somebody give me a million, 500,000, 2 million, $3 million right now, I would put my money in some trucking. And that was when Lowe's paying $5 a mile. I know better because that ain't sound like that ain't. People like, oh man, you just don't know what you're talking about. You just saying that now because stuff ain't right out here. No, you gotta understand this about anything in life, y'all. I'm gonna leave it with y'all. The more money in trucking, let y'all know, the more money in trucking ain't made by trucking. It's made by people that keep trucking, trucking. Let me write that down. The more money you see made in trucking and some of the more consistent and safer money you see made in trucking ain't made from trucking. It's made because of trucking. If you'll notice, a lot of people got truck notes and trailer notes that's so high that they can't pay nobody but the truck note people and the diesel people. The person with the truck ain't winning. The person with the diesel winning. The person with the insurance winning. The person with the truck lot is winning. The finance company, they always winning. Well, Johnson, with that being said, why the hell you in truck? Because this for the grinder. See, one thing about it, I learned this for trucking. That's why I say I'm trucking like I'm trapping. I learned this for the street. Get what? All them folk that make this stuff do what it do, they like in the skybox, right? And we down here on the ground getting it on, getting it on. Them folk got a whole different view plane up there to a point where certain stuff they see up there from a distance. Certain stuff you see down here up close. So all they looking at is we charge you guys this much insurance because we know as a percentage of what's possible. So you gotta understand why this stuff work like this. This shit about a dollar, and people that understand a dollar way better than you understand a dollar. I'm trying to tell you something. The reason your insurance is this is not all because of your risk factor. It's because they have data from years and years and years of doing this of how your failure rate is going to be, your probability of failure, what they need to charge to make the amount of money they need before you fail. That's why your down payment be what it be. Nah, they ain't just let you come and pay as you go. Nah, we need to speak ass down payment because we know one thing: your risk of failure in the first 90 days is quite high. And most people working on shoestring budgets didn't nearly realize this stuff gonna cost what it costs. You know what I'm saying? That commercially available big rig or that CDL Hotshot, that 5500, that 3500. Get what? The reason the 3500 cost more than the 5500, a lot of people didn't know this because you got versatility. It has a bed on it. That's why a cab and chassis have no bed on it. You can classify it on your registration on your IRP as a cab, a tractor trailer, and run a 53-foot trailer on your high shot. A lot of folks don't know that. You gotta read though. How many people you know run 53-foot trailer on the high shot that's knowingly doing it and it ain't a wedge? I'll wait. How many folks you know got high shot trailer 53 feet long and it ain't a wedge? How many of y'all know you can get that built if you just did sit on run the high shot, put a 5500 up on it and see what happens. A little air ride and a little ass and see once you go on to glory and get you some money. Yeah, a lot of ways to do a lot of stuff. That's why I said that garage talk. I was just kind of throwing it kind of up in air well a little bit, but it's some tidbits and some nuggets. We in here. We at right about an hour. Like I said, I'm finna get ready to get up out of here. We'd enjoy a pretty good piece of our cigar. We done puffed to our heart content. I gotta call my grandma. They hit me up a little while ago, man. If y'all got family out here, man, most definitely check on them. Let them know you love them and whatnot. And y'all, like I say, look up in here and make sure we ain't got no lingering questions. Man, they going ham in these comments. Man, like I said, I'm just glad to see all y'all in here on this Sunday evening. We finna get ready to get back on the grind all the time for this Monday morning. Yeah, man. Like I said, the objective of all this stuff is to make a lot of this stuff that does make no sense whatsoever make sense. It's easier with lower overhead, but like I say, even without a low overhead, there are things you can do. I'm gonna say it like this: this time of the year, if you got an APU, you need to be running it. If you don't have an APU, you might want to invest in you a small generator and a heater, and on an even more basic level, a small inverter and perhaps an electric blanket. Uh, if you are going to be idling the truck, please high idle the truck. Try to keep some heat in the exhaust system, and try and that'll help prolong the the exhaust diesel particulate filter's life a little bit better, and help prevent cold cylinder temperatures and ring wash. So most definitely want to hot out of the truck. It's getting cold. Man, we finna go out tomorrow. I want y'all to take a moment if you're going out tomorrow, especially if you finna do some distance. We know you're gonna pre-trip the truck tomorrow, but you do a pre-trip in your phone or all the stuff you need to do. Check your paperwork, put in your addresses. I got coordinates on mine, so I put in the coordinates. I looked at it and the coordinates had had written directions that also that correspond to the coordinates, and the written directions, and I copy and pasted all the coordinates in there. They add up to exactly what the paper says verbally written on there about where it's dropping off. So the area on the coordinate looks to be very, very close, if not exactly where it's telling me to go. And I did the map and I went down each road by my hand and everything. So there should be no surprises when I pull up. I got a contact number. Sometime around noon tomorrow, get them a call and make sure they'll be there first thing Tuesday morning to get whatever I'm taking up there. I'll show y'all in the morning, sometime tomorrow, what I'm taking over there. Uh Nice little piece of chain. I ain't gonna even lie for what going on right now. Nice little piece of chain. Help her pay some bills around this camp, man. Help her pay some bills, keep these doors swinging. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, uh, shout out to the guy, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all y'all that staying out here, staying in the winter. Shout out to everybody that they're really trying to come on out here and jump in this hellacious game of double dutch. You have to have your rhythm together, get in out here, boy, right now, and just really do something. You got to have your rhythm with you, some momentum on your side, and some straight up knowledge for real though. What you think about me using my 22 2500 Hemi for a high shot? Say Jack, I really don't recommend it. Um, that's kind of my thing. I really don't recommend it. Um, a lot of people have done it. I see people run that Titan. I'm gonna say it like this: it's not designed to do that. It really a separate video all in itself, but there's a whole lot more that goes into a pulling truck than just having the torque number and the horsepower number. I'm gonna say that. Uh, I'm gonna say one of the most overlooked things when you think about the differences between uh, um a gas and a diesel setup is where the power is applied and really, you know what I'm saying, how it's meant to sustain that power all day. Um, Torque gets the truck and the trailer moving with the load, and horsepower propels that on out to your highway speed. So from a dead stop and accelerating, that's your torque. And then once you get up to highway speed and you get the RPMs to do passing maneuvers and stuff like that, that's where horsepower kicks in and actually moves the load down the highway in an accelerating fashion. And to do that, you will much rather be doing that at a low RPM using torque, which a gas motor is it's just not going to do it. The transmission not going to hold that gear with that type of pressure on it at that low of a RPM, knowing that the motor can make more power if it simply downshifts and ups the RPM. So you'll basically have a truck that's riding around screaming all day. And that's not gonna be good, especially a 2022. That truck too sexy to be out there raw hiding that truck like that, boy. It is. Oh man, not the Dodge. Say Jack, not the Dodge, baby. You can't do the Dodge like that, baby. Oh, baby. But yeah, besides the sustained pulling like that 2500 Hemi, that's a good job site truck. Um, Smaller trailers. But a lot of people don't realize. You think, okay, I ain't gonna be pulling no more than 10,000 pounds on the trailer, but then the trailer weighs something. The lightest trailer I had was about 6,500 pounds, lightest hot shot trailer. Then you want to put 10,000 on it, which you'll be legal weight rise, but now you got the aspect of looking at that's about 16.5. It's about 16.5. You know what I'm saying? That transmission don't like 16.5. Revved up to the ceiling, pulling a heel, you know what I'm saying, from a dead stop. You don't like that because they ain't gonna even want to shift out of first. You don't like that. Bro, I'm about to buy a step deck. What you think? 45,000 for a combo, 53 wet rounds. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. 45 with the rounds. Just make sure they 23.5 heavy duty rounds with the center sections and everything. Got the pieces on there. That's like $7,000 worth of shit right there. So you talking about a trailer that they in actuality want about 38 for. So 53 slide next. Does it have a slide next? Man, what are y'all waiting for? Appreciate that, Darren. Bro said a great 1 hour consultation. I appreciate you. Yeah, yeah. They want about 38. That's about 4,000 more. But see, I don't know. That's about 4,000 more than I would want to just pay for the trailer. But as a combo like that, it's probably got toolboxes. It's probably got, yep, sliding axle. See, oh, and then we're gonna do a video about the sliding axle and the different states and the bread law probably this come a week while I'm at the sleeper berth, and we'll just do some little talking. Call that sleeper talk. Sleeper talk. Yeah. But like I said, man, we finna get ready to wind it on down. It was good seeing y'all, Darian. I appreciate that, Mr. Cornelius. Yeah, we did have a great 1 hour consultation, man. It's always good to hear from people that really trying to make it happen, man, and not just talking about it. They moving. Like I said, man, we're gonna get back up with you guys a little bit tomorrow, probably tomorrow evening after we get through moving around for a while. Give y'all a chance to peep at the load and see what we got on there and talk a little bit about what's going on a little bit farther with the company, a little bit farther with trucking in general, and just trying to put two and two together and make all this stuff actually make sense right now is a challenge. And like I said, if you can help somebody in this challenging situation do better, I feel like it's obligatory. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's my obligation. I feel like it's anybody's obligation. If you see somebody need help them, and even people that don't know they in need sometimes need help. You know what I'm saying? So I do this for people that's out here that know what's going on. Some folks don't want to hear this because they know what's going on. They ain't new to this. They know this shit happen like I said, every 18 to 24 months. This shit's gonna happen. It's just a bigger swing than normal. You know what I'm saying? I like to come try and shed a little light on it so people don't panic as much as they have. But I will say this one thing about it, proper preparation prevent poor performance, like I always say. And the stuff that you implement right now in your business that makes you streamline right now, gonna make you rich when the stuff rebound. If you can just maintain what you're doing while it's bad. That's why I started my company. I didn't even know I was starting my company when it was bad. But when I realized it was bad, I was like, well, shit, if I can make it through this, it going down when this shit crank back up and I'm get rich. I'm gonna be rich. Motherfucker crank back up and damn sure have. Damn sure went down like that. So, that's why I say you can't get mad when the shit flipped the other way and everything ain't going your way. And don't need you crying because wasn't nobody doing nothing but cheering and hunting all the way to the bank when this shit was up, and people buying $200,000 and $300,000 trucks that they knew, it wasn't normally that price. But I don't see. I gotta get a truck. I don't care what they want. I gotta get it. So you got it. Now we're gonna figure out how to keep it. Like I said, consultations are available via Cash App, $ JBUTLER 357 on your Cash App. Leave your phone number in the memo section where it says four. So when I look at it, I'll see your name at the top. I'll see four and your phone number right there. And when you see the thumbs up, that means you're next. And probably about the next 5 or 10 minutes, you'll get a call from me to let you know that we most definitely reaching out to you. And like I said, we'll most definitely call and see what your schedule look like. If that's not a good time, we most definitely be flexible and schedule around something that you could do because I'm always available. I don't really sleep. So With that being said, y'all keep that thing between the mayonnaise and mustard. Y'all already know what I say about a hater. And that mammoth, 'cause she ain't raised 'em right. Peace.